So I've been working at this huge log for, I don't know, 2 hours now. I think it's almost 24-foot log. It's huge. I had a really hard time to get it up here. I mean, I wasn't filming it because I wasn't sure how it was going to go. And I've been working at this for like 2 hours. I had 4x4s here at first, and then they snapped. So I think I got it up with this excavator. The excavator jaws are actually not even strong enough to pick it up. So I just made those two little ramps and kind of pushed it up there. I think it's a little bit too far this way because I have a little bit of space right here. I don't need this much space. But now that it's up here, I don't know if I have the strength to push it all the way because I could probably get 2 more feet there. I'm also testing out a new microphone today. I've been having some audio troubles in some recent videos with my microphone bouncing on top of the camera. So this is a new wireless mic. There's like a transmitter mounted on top of the camera, and this little thing, I'm trying to find a place to clip it because I clipped it here and I tested it a little bit, and then it was like making ruffling sounds with my shirt, you know, so I didn't like it. So I've seen a lot of other guys just hook it up here on their hat. So I'm hoping that it doesn't have any audio abnormalities. But the good thing about having this wireless microphone is that even though I'm away from the camera, I can still talk through my video. Let me just get this log positioned in the final spot. I thought I was going to have to call my neighbor Phil for some assistance here because I couldn't get this thing up. But it looks like I'm going to be okay. Just use a little ingenuity and just a little tap, tap, taparoo here to get it positioned. Oh, brother. I really thought I wasn't going to be able to get this sucker up there. I don't know what I was going to do. You can see what I did is this is a 5x5, and I put this in the ground to try to hold it because it kept sliding up. So here's a better shot of it here. There's that rebar, and I basically got it up there. This is the one that broke. Look at it, it's snapped. Come on. Come on. I'll still be able to use this for something else too. Hopefully with this new microphone, you won't hear my heavy breathing, because sometimes with the other camera, all you hear is because, you know, when you're doing physical activity, you breathe heavier, especially big dudes like me. Now this is probably going to be the absolute biggest log that I'm ever going to do on this mill. So I got to get this right. You can see from here it's a high point. As it goes down there, it's tapered down, so I have to do a quick measurement from where the center of the log is so that I can get my beams. Very hopeful that I'll be able to get 2 beams out of it. The beams themselves are just 5.5 inches wide, but these ones are 10 inches. For the front, I'm looking for 12 inches, but based on the size of the log, I should be okay. And I mean, if I can get 11.5 even, I think I'd be happy. And they're maple, so it's solid wood, you know what I mean? Let's hope I can get this thing to work really well. We got it locked in place. I might have to take a few passes as I level it off, because it'd be nice if I had a laser level, but I don't have that yet. So I'm probably going to take a few pieces off to be sure that I can get the 12 inches. That cuts that off, so let's back it up and go a bit lower. Really windy today, blowing all the sawdust around. I gotta make sure I wear my safety glasses. Yeah, this is a nice cut here. Let's see how far I can go to the edge of the hill here. I think that's about it. Yeah, that's it. So hopefully it'll just tear off on the other side. What I'll eventually have to do is do a chainsaw cut there, but it's so thin over there the way I cut it, so it should be fine. I should be going a little bit deeper right here because this is barely skimming the surface, but it's very narrow on this side and fat on that side, so I'm just trying to make sure I can get a big giant beam out of it. This is the biggest log I'm ever going to do on this mill. I mean, unless somebody asks me to cut one for them, I don't think I'll ever need to have a 24-foot beam at all. While I'm trying to cut off the top piece here, the very first piece, I might as well try to get a nice wide slab out of the 2 inches off the top. That'll make a nice shelf or something like that. Take my time. This is practically maxing out at Sawmill, so. Okay, I think that's enough. Just need to get the chainsaw going. Don't want to go too deep. Yeah, that's good. Hopefully I won't have a problem taking this off, otherwise I'll need to get my tractor forks. Oh yeah, that's heavy. Real heavy. Watch out, Olive. Watch out, kiddo. Good girl. You're always keeping me company, eh? Now the trick is, how do I get it turned? You think I'll be able to turn it? I might have to get the machine out. Let's try. Get the excavator going. Try to turn this sucker. Of course, I don't know how hard or easy it's going to be to turn it. We'll see. Oh yeah, it's not going to be easy. I don't want to roll it right off. Whoa, see? I got to be very careful that I don't roll the whole thing right off. Oh, it's sliding. Oh no. I gotta turn this off because this this is going to be a problem. It's turning out to be a challenge. Yeah. Okay. Huh. It's not going to stay right there. It's rolling back. I need two people. I need somebody to use the excavator to hold this thing. Because the minute I let go, it just turns around. I just don't want it to roll off. That worked a little bit. Sure hope I can get 12 inches out of this. This is curved right here. And it's like, whew, it's close. Let's see if that's enough. I kind of raised it off the ground though. It's almost okay here, almost. I just need to push it a little bit up top because it's not at a 90 degree. But that's not too bad. So I'll go ahead and cut this level off. Of course, I got to put these log holders on so that it doesn't roll back. That's not tight enough. Okay. Should be coming out right about now. Yep. It's exactly what I want. This is just basically the top cap. You can't really use it for nothing. It'll just be firewood. But it makes it more manageable for me to carry and move it. I don't want to have to bring my tractor with the forks because right now I need to use the excavator. Try to make a 2-inch slab out of it. Yeah, right about there. They're actually not dry, they're like totally wet wood. It's a lot more difficult for the blade to go through wet wood than it is if the log has been sitting for a while. Oh no, I might have to do another pass. Gonna get some really nice slabs out of these though. You know, I want to make sure I can try to get 12 inches. 12 inches is right here. That might be okay for this section, but not that section. And this 12 inches is right here. But I need to take off maybe another tiny little bit, but I'll wait until I get a proper cant and then I'll shape it. Now that is a huge cant right there, holy smokes. But you can see how it's not a perfectly square because this part's rounded, but I'm looking for a 12-inch beam, at least one. I hope to get two, but this side right here is gonna get a 12-inch beam for sure. But if I want to get two, I don't know if I'll get 1 5.5 and 1 5.5. We'll have to see, and I'll have to judge if this little curvature right here is going to make a huge impact. That little curve section might work out to be okay for the little 6-foot section over there. This is going to slam down if I let it go. Might have no choice. Okay, not too bad. Thought it was going to be worse. One of the things I see that's a challenge right here is because I've done two sides already, I'm going to have to put some kind of a block in the one side to level it up because it's not level now. Okay, here we go with the third side. Good thing I had a fresh blade on. Wait. There we go. Oh, I went a little bit too deep. Okay. After I take this off, I got to get the log flipped, and then we're going to go for the last cut. Okay, let's see if this log is light enough for me to turn it with the cant hook. Oh, it's a lot lighter, a lot lighter. It's still heavy enough that I need to move it with the excavator just a little bit. I don't want to turn it. I just want to slide it. Let's see if that'll work. The funny thing is that I can turn it. It's hitting up against the log stops, and I don't want to bend the frame of the sawmill, and I have the machine anyway. I just don't want it slamming down. There we go. Just like I knew what I was doing. Problem is, I'm going to have to lift this up again to level it off. The only trouble is I can't get this wood underneath all the way. So what I'm going to do is push with the excavator. There's a little bit of a curve, so probably from here to here, this little section is going to get cut off first, and then I'll be able to get it down to the right size cant. Plus this is a hardwood, really hard. This is a very fresh maple tree. I just gotta take my time, take it slow. There we go, that's it. There we go. So I think I got a pretty good cant. It's a little bit off, to be honest with you. That side is exactly 12 inches by 12 inches, and I'll be able to get two 12-inch by 5.5-inch beams out of it. Problem is, this section right here, when I measure from the top to the bottom here, it's 13 inches. So I think that's just because A, I don't have a laser level on this sucker. It'll be nice when I do get that. And B, probably when I leveled off with the 2x4 on that side, it just wasn't perfectly level, so that's my bad, but I will be able to fix that when I actually shave down to the 5.5-inch beam. But I think at this point, I want to push this that direction. I'll have to raise up the blade, push this as far as it can go so I can continue cutting this off. It'll be a lot lighter then because you're cutting off all the excess slabs, so plus the excavator's going to have a hard time pushing this. First thing is to raise this as high as it can go so that I'm way on top of the log. That's good enough. We just want this to go straight through here. Okay, let's try to get this. I don't know if I can just push it or if I'm going to have to smack it. We'll have to see how strong this excavator is. It's not moving. Oh, if I smack it, it works. I gotta lift it up like so to get it past the bunks. Okay, now we're cooking. Should be able to just push it now up until that other bunk. Now theoretically, all I have to do is line the blade up to this level and finish the cut. And then turn the log and do that on all four sides, and then I'll have a 12 by 12 cant all the way across. And I'll be able to make my beams and fool around at that point. The wood will be a lot lighter, and I'll probably be able to handle those smaller pieces by myself anyhow. Just getting this blade down to where it should be. That's not too bad right there. Okay, got the first slab off. Not looking too shabby. It's a pretty smooth cut. I did go a little bit too deep with the chainsaw, but it's only like 1/10 of an inch. Shouldn't have any impact. Bit of a hard time to get through these logs. I just changed this blade. This is only the second log I've done on this blade. But this is really a heavy duty log, so. You okay? You're a good guard dog, huh? Okay, I just need to push this back against the stops. So I'm pretty much ready at this point to split this in half so that I get, 5.5 inches on each beam. And I can tweak it after I get it broken down to the smaller pieces. It's a lot easier to maneuver and handle. But I guess I'm gonna have to push this all the way to the end again and then get the blade started on that side at the 5.5 inch point and then go as far as the blade can go. And then while the blade is still inside, I'm going to have to push the log with the excavator, and then I can continue the cut. Theoretically speaking, I'm just trying to push this back the same way I did the first time. I don't know if the excavator can handle it, but it seemed like smacking it worked before. Yeah, if I just push up gently with the excavator and push, it's not strong enough. But if I do these little smacks, it seems to be working. As long as I don't damage anything on the excavator, I'll be happy. Okay, looking good. Start her up. And don't forget, we got this old blade on now. I mean, I only done 2 logs with it, but it's like not cutting great. That's great, I'm out of water. I can't be out of water because the blade's gonna get too hot. I'm just using empty washer fluid jugs for now because you gotta figure out how you're gonna get up top there. Because this mill is so huge. It just goes to show you how big this log is. Used up all the water, and I had this tank full too. Water's pretty important when you're doing these hardwoods because it keeps the blade cool. If the blade gets too hot, then it's very easy to work. So far, so good. I think the hard part's going to be pushing the log through with the blade there. So I've pretty much gone as far as I can go here. In order for me to slide this, obviously, I need to slide the log that way, and in order for me to do that, I need to back the blade to a certain distance. I wonder if the blade will get caught up or if I'll have to hammer some shims in there. Oh, it's tough. I think I need to shim it. Okay, that's not too bad. Huh. So as I get close, I can take out a shim. Oh no, stuck. I took it out too soon. Okay, I have it shimmed, so I'm just going to slide the log as far as it'll go to the blade, and then I'll move the shim and put in another shim to see if we can get it all right. Okay, let's hope we don't break the blade. I'm going to do it nice and slow. Somebody might say, why don't you just get an extra track extension onto your mill? And honestly, I don't want that. I don't need it. Another track extension is like another $600 or $700. And really, this is like the longest beam I'm ever going to have to do this. I don't think I'll have to do this procedure again. And even if I do, it's like once in a blue moon. So this is the way to go. Hello. So I'll just jump in the excavator and try to move this thing out of the way, because now there's two beams. I gotta try to pick it up without knocking off the... I don't want to damage the sawmill head. Oh no! That's no good. What an idiot. Okay, try to move this second one. This thing is huge. Absolutely massive. I screwed it up and I got that wedged in there. What an idiot I am. I'm not that great on the excavator though, and it flipped it, you know? I gotta try to pick it up. I gotta get way more practice on this thing, but I am proud of myself overall, being able to get two 12-inch, 24-foot beams out of this sucker. Whew! I actually don't even need 24 feet there. What I need for right here is a 16-footer, and then on that side I need a 6-footer. So really, it's only 21 feet that I need. So this little curvy part right here that's not really perfectly square because of the roundness of the log, I don't need to use that, so it's perfect. Perfect! And I damaged my footing thing. Look, it's all squished in. I'm gonna have to get the pliers and hammer that out to make it straight again, because, you know, I drove over it with the tracks. Oh, brother. Fun times in the wood yard. So thanks for watching me have fun in the wood yard, guys. It's going to be interesting. Stay tuned because I'm going to be putting up the posts. We need 3 posts for the front side of this shack here. And then of course I'm going to place this huge beam that I just made and the other 2 beams, and I think we'll get all that done in the next Sawmill shack build episode. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to pound the like, and I really do appreciate you guys, okay? Take care, and we'll see you on the next episode.